7 months ago, I decided to leave my career as an underwriter at the world's largest investment manager, where I started fresh out of college, just scrubbing data and doing risk reports. When I left 7 months ago, I was working on a team responsible for managing $10 billion under management, and so I decided to walk away. So tonight I wanted to share my story, why, what I've been up to the past 7 months, and I hope you enjoy. These are my 3 beautiful girls. This is us in Costa Rica swimming in the hot springs. I think I woke up maybe a year ago, and I realized that I had my head down so deep in the work that I missed out on my family, and I needed to take a break and to step outside and just get back to what was important to me. And after being indoors, what it felt like for 7 years, I decided to take my family to Costa Rica, where we went at the bottom of the volcano and just experienced nature by ourselves, just together to reconnect. These are the girls on their first horseback ride. To me, it was just a moment seeing them to really be involved in that moment and having their first experience together. This is me and my youngest in the botanical gardens in Costa Rica. I think that was the first time I held her and realized 18 months had passed, and I didn't even realize it had happened. It was heartbreaking for me, but it was at that time I decided something had to change, and I was going to do it right then and right there. So this is my father. He passed away when I was 10 years old. Many people would have thought that I had a rough life, having lost him at 10 and my grandmother, who I was very close to, at 16, but I had a lot of wins. Life was really easy for me. I'm the youngest of 5. One of which is 30 years older than me, so I was really spoiled growing up. School was very easy. I received $100,000 to go to any college of my choice, where I graduated top of my class, and within a month of graduating, I ended up at this prestigious firm where I started my career. The hard part about life being so easy was that you just keep going, you keep saying yes, you keep putting your hands up, you keep saying that you're gonna do this and take the next opportunity. But after 7 years, I kind of woke up and was like, where am I going with this? What am I doing? What am I truly passionate about? And I really at that point had no idea, because all I did was keep raising my hand for more opportunities, because that's how I thought you built a career. You raised your hand, you said yes, and you kept going and you kept pushing. But during that time, I feel like I lost myself. This was just before I left. I remember when I first walked in the door, I had this guy walk past me with no shoes on. Come to find out, he was the owner of the company. We were in the trenches. It was a startup, and we were working hard every single day. But I didn't even realize what I was building until I had my first child. And I thought, you know, they took a chance on me, and she's taking a chance on me. I need to keep going with this, but I needed to make it mean something. But I still felt I had something to prove, so I couldn't just let it go. I had to keep saying yes and keep saying yes, keep doing more. And then I kind of felt like I was just losing myself. So I packed up the girls and we went to California. We meant to do this long road trip up the coastal highway. Just so much experiences for the girls. And when I got there, I was completely burnt out. We rented a place, and we ended up checking into a hotel because I just couldn't take it. I didn't do the coastal highway at all, and that's when I knew something was going to change. Also, I was pregnant, so I didn't really know that at the time, but this is Reese, my youngest, and I think when I had her, that's when I really decided I'm going to change and I'm going to do something about this. It was just realizing I'm now on baby number 2, and she's such a nature girl just because of how she was born. Her spirit is so beautiful, and I thought if this was part of me and an extension of me, then I can do this too. So right then and there, I decided it's time to move on. It's time to do something for me. And I realized in going through this how passionate I was about the environment. I got rid of everything when I went through this. I went through this minimalism journey. I got rid of my car, clothing that no longer served me, anything that wasn't aligned with my values, and I started to redefine myself, what was important to me, what I was passionate about, and I decided that I was going to make my own mission statement and only subscribe to things that align with that. This is us at the top of the volcano with my girls, and I think the more that I brought them along this journey, the more they found themselves, the more I found myself. It was at this moment that my 13-year-old decided that she was going to be vegan, which was a new experience for all of us, although I was vegetarian. We went to London because I wanted to see how other people were living and doing different things. I think that's when I got my idea for my new business and kind of solidified it, because I wanted to do something for what I was considering very dirty streets in London. And I realized how passionate I was about the environment, just seeing the pollution and stuff there. So I built a business based on giving back to the environment, but housing all the things that were aligned with my passions. Family is so, so important to me, and every single decision I make, every move that I make, every business decision that I make, it all involves my family. They've reminded me to play. That's something that I lost while I was working for someone else. I stopped playing, I stopped getting outdoors, I stopped having fun, and I realized that I was losing a really, really big part of me. So I decided, like, what am I going to do? How can I create a safe place for people who are going through something that I was going through? And then that's where Naked Zero was born. Naked Zero is my first shot at entrepreneurship, and it has been an amazing journey. Naked Zero stands for Naked Natural Products, but also living naked, stripping the ego, societal pressures, any labels, and just living authentically yourself, and focusing on zero or reduction of waste. Everything under the Naked Zero brand is everything that's important to me. Something that doesn't tax the environment, things that are non-toxic to your skin, things that are good for your body, for your mind, for your soul, a place for you to come and find yourself, find your passion. We offer workshops that help you to figure out what's important to you, to give you that chance to look up, because I didn't do that for 7 years. At Naked Zero, the door is always open. We talk to people every single day from all walks of life who just feel comfortable, and that's what I wanted to provide for people. A place where you can feel comfortable, where you can be yourself, where you can own whatever is important to you, because I lost that when I was there. I finally employed my first person, and this is a whole new journey for me, but I want to make sure that she is always empowered to be herself while working for me and with me. And we together came up with a mission statement, and I make sure that every single decision that I make subscribes to that mission statement, and she is empowered to say no if it doesn't.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That was really, really good. Do you have any questions? No? Yes, please. So interesting.
So, absolutely stellar talk, phenomenal, so inspiring.
Thank you.
So, where are you based? Do you have a storefront, or how does that work?
Yeah, so Naked Zero is on Old Cellar Lane off of Front Street, just by 1609 Jewelers, Gem Cellar, and Mambo. We have, yes, a storefront, so you can come in there and shop eco-friendly, earth-conscious products, but we also have workshops in there where, like this weekend, we're having a Passion to Profit workshop where you can come and just talk about anything that you're passionate about and how you can possibly turn it into more than just a passion project, but a business.
And if we hadn't been here tonight to hear you, how would we know that you're there and what you're doing? Are you advertising, or
Yes,
how are you getting out?
we are very active on Instagram right now. We find that to be the most interactive, but we also have a Facebook page. We have a website that will launch very shortly. So yeah.
What's the mission statement if it's not a state secret?
Oh, it's not a secret. So Naked Zero is a safe place to bring people from mind, body, and earth consciousness with a focus on the reduction of waste and are open to all personalities. Yes.
What kind of products do you guys sell?
Everything in the store is some combination of vegan, organic, non-toxic, and all products come in biodegradable or reusable or compostable packaging. There are no bags, no plastic bags if we can avoid it. Sometimes the shippers do send this stuff in plastic and we can't help it, but for the most part we try to reduce single-use plastics in the store.
One more question.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Your journey is amazing.
Thank you.
And my question, a lot of people think that being an underwriter is the panacea.
Yes.
And a lot of young Bermudians want to be an underwriter.
Yes.
What would you say to them?
I would say before going into any journey, know yourself as best as you can. I think what was my struggle is I signed up to be an underwriter there wasn't any underwriters in there. We were all like portfolio managers, but whatever. I think I signed up to be an underwriter just because that's where the journey led. And when you're born and raised in Bermuda, you think that's the way that you can sustain yourself by getting into the reinsurance or insurance industry. But before you embark on any life-changing journey, I think it's important to know yourself, have a goal, and have a purpose. So anytime you're asked to do something, you know whether that's leading towards your purpose or your goal. I didn't do that. I just said yes just because I was trying to build a career. And I think that's where I fell down.
So what would you tell to someone, you know, that is unsure about their like current path and then just thinking about like making a change like you did?
I think you have to 100% spend some time with yourself and really understand like what's important to you, what your values are, what is your passion, what lights you up inside. And I think once you spend time with that, you can compare where your current path is and whether it aligns with those things. And I think once I did that, I realized that they were too different. So I would say spend time with yourself, know your values, know your purpose, and if you don't know it, start trying to figure it out.
Thank you so much, Susanna. That was awesome.